you come to the bedroom. Say the way we foreplay, baby. Get lost in the bedroom, girl. Say me can never think about the time that we had these emotions, making me feel like some kind of toy. I know
Hey, what's good? What's good? Appreciate y'all tuning in. Another episode of Culturally Rooted. Myself, Malcolm, aka Superman. Right off the bat, we're just gonna introduce the man of the hour. Appreciate you coming down. My man Richie V right here.
Yay! Let's go.
To his left,
Yes,
Cuzzo, Nye, and then of course to the left of him,
Hey.
Bron.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
Well, again, we appreciate you buying time.
Yes, sir.
You know, we're
You
gonna
see
dive
who's
in.
in the building?
We're gonna dive in, but we just found out that today is his birthday.
Oh yeah.
Today is his birthday,
Go ahead, lead us.
and
We can't sing, but oh shit, we can try.
Lead us.
Oh,
Come on.
oh, this is
you gonna lead us?
You guys want to harmonize?
Happy birthday to
Sorry.
you.
We're gonna cut this out. We promise we're gonna cut this out.
no. Leave it. I like it. I like it.
Don't let it.
This is life.
To you.
This is life.
Richie, it's like
Happy
one of those kids, and
birthday,
you know,
dear
just doesn't listen.
Richie.
Oh yes.
Happy
Malcolm, get that last part.
birthday to
You.
Hey, let's go!
We
see what's going on.
appreciate you. Toco.
Hey, happy birthday.
Happy birthday! Happy birthday!
Thank you guys.
Again, we like to just dive in. Podcast is rooted, so we would like to talk about your roots. Right where you started from, where you were born, all that good,
As far
juicy
back as
stuff.
you can remember, man. That's all we're trying to
As
say.
much as you want to spit and give us.
That is that's a hard it's a hard line to come right back to.
Well, happy
I-
birthday.
Thank you. Yeah. Well, it started. I was born on July 14th, 1993. I'm 30 years old today.
Hey, let's go.
Music.
You're raised up here in Utah, though, right? Like
Both like
Oh, okay,
reality,
back and
yeah,
forth.
back
Okay, I
and
see what
forth,
you
yeah.
mean.
Like even when I got even after I got older, so like so really before music, my first love was football.
stop.
Yeah. My dad, he just taught me like use football as a key for education.
Okay,
There you go.
He taught me that.
saying?
Yeah, he taught me that.
smart.
Those kind of what do you say, work ethics.
Hey,
Okay.
pause right
Yeah.
there. Pause right there, Rich.
Okay, come on, cousin.
Because
Let's
a
get
lot,
into
a lot
it.
of the Polynesians, especially the older generation, they see the kids, they don't understand America, and they just know football brings money. My kid can play football. I'm gonna push this kid to go play football.
It pays, cousin.
So for your parents to come over here and then to teach y'all like that, that's different. That's
Only
different.
us are raised like that, cousin.
I'm just saying, like, a lot of poly kids don't get that. I think they'll start to get it now because of like first generation
Yes.
Polynesians. We understand how America
Yeah.
is
Works, yeah.
versus the people from the islands. They don't know,
Nah.
so they just push, and then the kid gets messed up because he's like, man, like
Yeah, all
I don't
that-
even want to play football,
Yeah.
but my dad's living his dream through me.
Yeah.
So that's tight to hear that your dad understood the educational part. Like, hey, use football to go to school, get the knowledge, and then on top
Yeah.
of it, hey, if you play,
You get a
you
scholarship.
Yeah,
That's free
that's-
money. Like
yeah.
I don't
That's
have to
cool.
pay.
Yeah, that's
dope.
Yeah, that's really what it was. I mean, like I said, those work ethics that my dad taught me, it went through a long way. That wasn't with the
No,
real
hey, at that time
Got
though,
you,
yeah,
got
with
you.
I guess with the
hey,
coaching.
you gotta take
I wish
what you
Kalani
can
was
get,
there
right?
at
Yeah.
that time.
Oh, that's right. Kalani
No,
was
so
there.
Kalani was at Utah at that time.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
wish he was
He
at
was dope.
BYU at that. That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. Yeah,
He was
I
dope.
get that.
Kalani looked out for us.
This
Sorry,
started,
Trey.
but let's go back.
Let's
All right,
go.
look.
You good?
So where did it
so-
begin? Like, where did you like? Okay,
You was at Utah.
Oh yeah, wait,
Oh,
wait,
yeah.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Cousin.
Okay.
When did you know football was not? Go ahead.
So when I was at Utah, when I was playing at Utah, I redshirted my freshman year, and then actually a little bit before that. So when we moved here to Utah, so this is where the music stuff started clicking for me. When we moved here to Utah, I met an uncle of mine's. His name was Ray Ledger. So when we moved to Utah, like I said, I didn't realize, how big Uncle Ray was in the music game. But I guess that was like the time he was like probably like starting off.
Okay.
But my dad. Oh
Come here.
yeah.
Let's get a chair.
Hey, come say
Let's
what's
get a chair.
up.
Let's
Nigga,
get a
damn, dog.
Is there a bucket? Is there a bucket?
Did you have a bucket out there? Hey, take a
Lala's
cup. Go
supposed to
ahead.
bring some.
Hey,
Ladies
y'all
and
see
gentlemen.
Hey, we just
Oh,
shot him
my
out.
Lala.
You see who was in the house?
Lala in the house.
So look.
Story,
So
man.
Ray Ledger, right?
Yeah.
Family. That's how you really got into music.
Yeah, I mean that's how. Actually, yeah, that's really just the
Okay.
reality.
Then
of it.
let me ask you this: when did you know you were like you're Richie V?
Uh,
Oh no, hold on. Let me take it back. What was your first name? What was your first? Everybody had a messed up name when they first started, either trying to be a rapper or come on. Don't lie.
Did you have one?
What was it?
Did you have one?
Did you hear what Lala just said?
Yeah.
Was that it?
So
What was it?
What'd you
so
say?
at Kalapu Horny Toads, we all have our nicknames.
What's your nickname?
So we have animal nicknames, right? So not even nicknames. What do we call it? Animal spirits. Animal spirits.
Okay.
This is a PG.
No, that you get a name.
Yeah.
And they pick the name based on maybe your talents, your appearance, or your
okay.
attitude, something.
It has to connect to you.
Okay.
Yeah. What you contribute to the group, pretty
Yeah.
much. You know.
Got you.
I
You
mean.
didn't answer my question. though. I'm waiting for the name.
Oh, the name. Oh my goodness. So my name. My name still is Porcupine. Actually, it's Porcupine.
Okay. Lala, why is his name Porcupine?
There you go.
No, I wasn't around.
No,
on that
don't
one. I wasn't
say
around. No, I really
No,
don't
no,
know.
no, yeah, yeah,
I
no,
really don't.
yeah,
That was just the name that
Yeah.
Ray. So Ray Ledger, rest in peace. He was the snake, and we called him that because he shed his skin all the time. Dude, one time I laid in his bed, and it was like it felt like I had to brush off a beach towel. I was like, what the hell is on this bed? That's on the skin.
Well, how'd you come up with Richie V? Just you put your name together and
Really.
or who called you that?
AJ One Ton. That's kind of the dude. That's actually one of the big bros that helped me with the start off with the music stuff.
So when did you know football was not gonna be your way and you were like, I'm doing this music thing?
When I just kept mixing and just jamming in the dorm.
He'll just mix your
Yeah.
life away.
Shout out,
Lala.
yeah.
Just don't let him practice and take. You're supposed to
Shout-
push him and say, "Fuck, go to school."
He
nigga."
was at Utah
My
State.
life was fucked up too.
No, he was at the singles word with us.
No, I mean, like I didn't know. I didn't have any direction in my life. I was just doing
Yeah,
whatever.
it did.
That's why we're all here.
None of us
No
did.
responsibility.
But we all here
no
right now. So.
responsibilities and shit.
Yeah.
Okay, but yeah, so let's go on.
So shout out to Sage Point Boys. That's the dorm out there, University of Utah.
Slice right through it.
I guess you
Like a
yeah.
porcupine. See what I did there? See that callback?
I guess you fly in style. I don't know,
Wax, huh?
dude.
Okay.
That shit was hard work. Like,
How long did it take to wax a whole plane?
dude, we had to do 2 planes a night. Just mixing and jamming for the long for
Enjoying the music.
yeah.
With this guy.
Sometimes.
What was the long about? I don't know. Is there something that needs to be talked about in this podcast?
You
No.
guys want to clear something up
No.
today? Or?
I lived in Utah County.
Yeah.
So so
Yeah. He was
You know where
yeah.
I'm at. Shit.
Yeah.
You were up there every once in a while.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, whenever
Yeah.
I was there, yeah.
You guys already know. Lala's a hard person to find or get a hold of.
Well,
Yeah.
he was back then too because he was getting in some time.
See, senor.
Nigga saying, "Nah, come on."
God, man.
Just jamming out. What was your favorite song jamming out in the mixes that you were?
Oh Jesus.
That was your number one.
Yeah.
What was the showstopper?
Okay.
There you
Give
go.
us like when you wanted to impress. What was the one
coming
you
up.
pulled
Coming
out?
up.
I really can't say because it was bad.
No,
It
you can say it.
it was bad.
You can say it.
No,
Rich.
it
You
was-
can say it. 'Cause how
Goodness,
many-
what was it?
Wifey don't listen, but what Thomas was like?
No,
Richie?
actually, no. To tell you, no.
No, you know what's funny? Because in the beginning, when Ray would jam, he had strict instructions. Just play.
Yeah,
Oh, really?
Like just play, back up, follow me. But he was like I
Yeah.
didn't hear him sing in the early days.
yeah.
But he could.
But it was just never.
But you
that was Ray's thing.
punks and stuff. They
Yeah.
was just like
I mean, you guys know all the older people there. Like, it's kind of you're shy.
Yeah.
You know, you're just like, because everyone's there to listen to the people that really jams. You know what I mean? even with my pops too. Like I said, my pops, he never thought I'd ever pick up a musical instrument. That's just real talk. Oh, but then so then let's what was it with the music? Actually, man, now you guys get me back and back.
Yeah, no, this is where we want to
So
go.
really, where I ended up finding love for music was in junior high. So my mom, she put me in orchestra.
Okay.
I played the bass and cello,
Stop.
What?
For real.
and I played like I was nah right here.
It's a,
Yeah.
vertical one.
It's what?
Yeah, jazz bass.
No,
Jazz
you
bass.
never
No,
played.
you
It's
good?
okay.
Yeah, jazz. No,
Sorry, man.
yeah.
I was a drum line, you know. I mean, okay.
You were the lunch cafeteria.
Okay, hey.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So so going to school out here in Utah, my mom put me in orchestra, and she didn't want to put me in guitar class. I mean, back in the day, with schooling and stuff, like with football and NCAA rules, you had to get like a fine art class credit. So my fine art class credit was orchestra. Yeah. So, but then I ended up sticking with it. The only thing
You
is,
didn't like going to it, huh?
oh no, I loved it. I love orchestra music.
What's the first song that you learned to play on your own?
A
Reggae song.
reggae song,
On whatever that's called. What is that called?
bass or cello or guitar. There's so many.
Bass.
The bass. The bass reggae song. I mean, I guess it's like Steer It Up. You could play Steer It Up on the bass. Yeah,
Classic.
yeah. I was doing that kind of. I was doing that kind of high shit. Like that. Like I was still a stoner at that time.
Hey,
What?
that's okay.
Excuse my. Yeah. At that time. Yeah.
Yeah, who
So.
gets high? You guys are losers. Oh, you guys are. Yeah. Anyways, Rich. Yeah.
Oh no. So and then then I ended up learning like from a bass and a cello. So they call it like bass clefs. So it's kind of the same thing as a guitar. But I didn't learn the guitar. I ended up learning the ukulele.
You ain't lying though.
No,
You can't be all yatted up and then have the uke. And
yeah, it was
You're the first guy that admit you got punked into playing guitar
Dude,
by your uncle. It's fine though.
no, it was yeah, thank you for that conversation.
That shit matches you now. Let's go.
Yeah, so yeah, and then I picked up the guitar. I mean, I was already done with football at Utah, and
And you're still jamming that Gava.
at Kava sessions so
You back here though.
yeah,
now,
back
right?
in Utah, yeah. So then like people were like, "Dang, dude, when did you start playing the guitar?" I was like, just barely."
That's crazy.
Okay, but look,
Yeah, talk
like,
about that, 'cause we know how to
playing guitar, like, are you still doing that? Because I feel like
Playing the
I
guitar?
do what you do. Now I just look at people and I'm trying to look at you start learning chords by
Oh,
the
no.
way they hold their hands.
No,
and
so
or
I
you read.
no, I know how to legit play the guitar. Then I moved back to Utah, had some family shit going on, and then ended up meeting my wife, and I used to mix with my wife. Actually, no. So I used to be my wife's connect.
For Gava?
No, for trees. So
Well, damn, Richie, you didn't say nothing about that.
nah.
That's your own life. That's his own life.
My bad. Nah.
Yeah.
It wasn't. I wasn't moving nothing big. Nah, dude.
Guys, he was
Call
giving
yourself
his
the Connect.
he was giving prescription drugs. Go ahead, Rich.
He wasn't the Connect, but he was Ice Cube and Mac King.
Real talk. I was just trying to be like the cool guy with the girls. I thought like they're like, "Hey, you're a Connect." I was like, "Oh, I'm dried out." But really, I was like, "I ain't gonna smoke you out. What the hell?" They're like, "I don't know you, girl." Like,
There you go.
I'm like, they'd be like, "Well, you know, I'm a bad bitch." She's like, "So get the hell out of here."
And
yeah. So like that was my so even before I moved back to Frisco, so even my wife at that like she knew like we knew of each other, and like she knew that I would jam and stuff. So then when I moved back to Utah, I ended up connecting with my wife at that time. So then I mean we ended up we have a beautiful family. And my daughter, Puka. She's 3 years old, and I'm 30 today. Whew.
hey, we all older than you, so don't trip.
Richard, this is not, me and you are the same age. All you guys are older than
Don't
us,
listen
so
to
they
him.
understand me.
He says this every episode.
Don't listen to him.
So listen to this nigga.
He's the oldest.
So my shit. So then so anyway, so fast forward the time, you know, I'm still working, still jamming, even, you know, got married, ended up having my daughter, my beautiful daughter, and then COVID hit.
2020.
Yeah, so that shit hit, and then you know, right before COVID, remember Kava bars was popping up like crazy in Utah.
Yep.
So then AJ, one time, shout out to you, bro. He started doing this live music stuff. So, you know, like live music at the cover bar.
That's tough.
And he would invite like a lot of like the artists around the area. Like he was like, hey man, just come jam, you know, cause sing a couple songs there. And he kept telling me, so I was just like, you know what? I was like, man, I'll try it out. I'll see.
not?
Yeah.
Wait, so like a live mix?
Nah.
Or is he
So at the cover
jamming?
bar.
Oh,
So
at the
people are-
cover bar.
People are drinking kava cousin while
Got
he's
you.
just playing, he's jamming
Okay.
out.
Yeah.
But people can watch.
Yeah. So they had like a full setup, like a drums, bass, band, keyboards, all that, like all that shit.
It's basically like a mini concert.
Yeah.
And he was bringing in real artists. Too.
Yeah.
Like he would like piggyback if they were gonna do a concert. He'd be throwing them a couple of dollars, be like, "Oh, come and do a little after hours set."
Yeah.
So he was stinging, but like it was like when you think about like jamming at a mix, this was literally a concert with cover.
Damn.
Because they would do it at the cover bar, but it would be
empty
like a
one?
whole
Empty one, empty
stage
one.
and everything.
Is yours empty? Yours is empty. Thank you. Sorry.
Mini concert, okay.
That's tight.
Yeah, so it wasn't like it wasn't no like open mic night or like
Yeah,
a
that's what I'm
friggin'
thinking, like
talent
a
show. It was like,
Yeah.
bro, they'd
Some-
be
some
packed
big
out
people.
in there. Yeah, they'd be packed.
Yeah.
Real artists, real
Yeah.
artists was coming in there.
So that shit was fire.
Yeah, it was big. It was big people's names, but then you know,
Richie V's
no.
name came up. Stop.
No, so he would hold like little events like, hey, we're doing an open mic night, come through, and I'm guessing that was like AJ's way of trying to find, you know, new artists coming up. But with AJ knew like I always jammed and stuff like that, the mixes, and so he'll hit me up like, hey bro, just come sing a couple. I was like, all right man, like I'll try it, you know, I'll try it out, and you know, I tell my wife like, hey, I'm gonna go jam a couple at the mixes, and she was like, okay, go ahead. And I was like, all right. So then I'll try it out. I was like, I did all right. It's for me. I was just hard on my. I was like, it feels cool. It's all right. You know, AJ would tell me like, how'd you feel? I was like, it's cool. You know, it's whatever. I don't know what I'm doing.
People love that shit.
I guess yeah. But then you know, people they knew that I can already jam on the guitar. So jamming on the guitar and trying to perform on the mic as two different things.
I bet.
I learned that real
Talk on
freaking
that.
quick.
Talk on
I
that.
bet.
What do you mean?
More like performing in front of people. That shit's nerve wracking as hell. Yeah.
Throw that Zen in, baby.
Oh, Zin, yeah, Zin. I'm a big fan of you, Zin.
Shout out if you want to give my man a sponsorship.
Yeah, Zin. How you doing?
He's a Zenner.
He's the center.
I'm into the 3 milligrams. Chill, flavor chill. So that
You were just jamming.
Yeah.
You were just out there to
Were
have
people
fun.
asking AJ like, hey, get this guy back over here, or
no, I mean no. It was just like he was doing it, and like it was dope. It was just a dope scene. You know what I mean? People love live music. Yeah, and you know the people eat that. You know they eat that kind of stuff up, and then so then
Are you trying not to swear?
nah.
Oh, okay, sorry.
He been saying shit and stuff all day.
Yeah.
Well, okay, this is one part of his performing that I have to like do a callback to. Like when so us like as Horny Toads, our little couple at the time, we were there was like a weird vibe in the air at the time when the Horny Toads were mixing. There was this weird thing between Tongan and Samoans at the
Yes.
time. But the
Yes.
Horny Toads, we was literally split down the middle,
That's what I
Tongan
was gonna
and
say.
Samoan.
There was both.
Yeah, but like I literally know, I like understand Samoan because of them. The whole West Valley for many years, maybe some now, they thought I was Samoan because I only hung out with Samoans.
Yeah.
But anyway, we were a part of this group of people where Kava almost became this militant thing where when it came to like, oh, we're going to go mix with this Kalapu, and they was always like, we're going to show them like how we get down. We're gonna shut them down. We're gonna outdrink them.
Still playing
But
that dumb
our
shit.
philosophy was, we're gonna be the fun guys. We don't come here,
Trying to be hard.
We
and
put on a
outmaneuver.
show. Like we literally we'll go over there and just like act a fool, and just make things fun.
That's
and
love.
so
Yeah.
when
No, it was
so now when it comes time for Richie to jump on the stage, he's learned stage presence, he's learned performance, he's learned all this stuff because we mix with pieces of shit.
yeah. No, no.
So we learned it
Damn.
Yeah.
from the
Right,
people
right.
who wrote the manual. We no shame, no none of this.
Yeah.
Like that.
Once he unlocked that level of like, oh, I can just act that whole ass out here like I do at the mixes, then I feel like the yeah, you know what I mean? Then it's like, so
Now he's authentic.
yeah,
Now. He's not trying to
but
act
then
like
it-
something.
No, but
must be him.
he added seasoning
Yeah.
to something that was already good. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So with all those guys,
Use that
they
motherfucking
were-
Lowry's, boy.
So like with all those guys, what Lala said was they didn't have to be cool. They didn't have to be hard. There was just a bunch of fun ass
Fun dude.
uncles and like, I mean me, cuz
Look
they're-
at us.
Yeah. the way how Lala,
This is learned behavior.
yeah, the way how Lala
You
is.
guys are fucking awesome. Let me just tell you
No,
right now.
It's if the way how Lala is. Imagine a room full of 10 people exactly like not exactly, but like the vibe is
It's a
just
fun time.
it's life is like it makes you realize how life can be so enjoyable. That's really that.
Hey, speak to these guys,
No,
man.
I'm just saying like
This is brought to you by the Church of Jesus Christ.
yes,
Find yourself a good group of niggas that act just like you and enjoy life.
it wasn't. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't like so. Like even, man, see, this is why I said I have to like rewind and come back. So even like when I was young, when coming out here to Utah, like I had a lot of I had some family, I had some friends, that was into the street shit. But then I met these guys, and there was just some cool ass like, yeah, they were yeah, like even like my Uncle Red, like he'll tell me like, he's like, Neff, you don't gotta do what those kids is doing, just come mix with me. So one, that didn't help that he said that because I would show up to the mix without my dad. So after
That's like, Rich, where you at?
yeah. So even all the uncles in that circle, like when they gave me that green light, like Rich, you could come over here whenever the hell you yeah. So I ended up going over there whatever free time I had, like from when even like in high school, I would tell the boys like, hey dude, you guys want to go mix with my Samoan family? Because that's what Lala said. Like people thought and there's Tongans in there. But I'll tell people like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go mix with my Samoan family. They're like,
Hey, people think that's weird. Like some tongues be like, because Lala used to do that with us. And
Still do
Some
that.
of our boys be like, why would you want to go mix with them? Or they'd be like, nah, I'm good, bro.
Oh,
It's not.
you-
But yeah, Lala was always like, man, I don't give a fuck. I'm
Yeah.
asking y'all. I
Yeah.
go by myself.
Yeah,
I'm just
so-
asking y'all if y'all want to go.
like, so, gosh, so everything, a lot of things in that circle that I grew up with the horny toes, like I learned my social skills from, like that's just real. Like my wife gives me a hard time about it because she was like, you're just a freaking social butterfly. Like I could like people like even my not
5'7" butterfly, baby.
Hey, but that's a good thing, though.
That is a
It's
good
a
thing.
good thing.
Goodness, no.
Sorry, wifey.
Talk for days.
No,
yeah?
it's not. It's not bad. And I mean, like, really, like, I could talk. I mean, I'm not saying I could talk to anybody, but like, I don't know. Like, I could walk up to. Yeah, I don't know, man. I am, but I just try not to make it sound like it.
It's okay,
Really?
though. It's okay, though.
Oh yeah. So, cause I mean, even goodness, cause even cause even my wife. So back to my wife's family, they know all the horny toads. And this is when me and my wife was. So this is when me and my wife was dating. So my wife.
Not this guy. Not this guy.
No.
Hang out with this guy.
So then like with mixing and jamming and stuff, going back to that, so when me and my wife was dating, we went to Arizona one time, and then my wife was like, hey, I want you to meet my uncle, and his name's Uncle Hana, cool dude, and I ended up jamming for him and this and that, cause my wife was like, oh, at that time, she was like, "Oh, maybe you should jam for my uncle." And I was like, "What the hell?" I was like,
You're like, really?
"Yeah." I was like, "Really?" Yeah, yeah. So anyway, so then I ended up jamming for him, and then like, so this is going on to the social butterfly topic. So I ended up jamming for him and this and that, and then like we're talking, talking stories, and then he's like, "Man, you know who you remind me of?" And I was like, "Oh, who?" And I've never met this guy in my life. Like my wife's family did. Like I don't know. Like I never met. And then he goes, "Man, you remind me of this guy, Ray Ledger." And I was like, And then he was like, "Yeah, he's part of this collab called Horny Toes." I was like, "Oh, never heard of them."
So he's trying to act like
So-
I don't mix.
Yeah. So I was just sitting there. I was like, because really I don't know what time and what situation they met the Horny Toes.
Because he probably could have been in there when you were in there.
No, I wasn't there. Thank goodness.
Oh.
Yeah. Cause but then even so it doesn't help because then my wife walked up and she's like, "That's his family." It was like, "Yeah, that's Richie's family," and I was like, "Oh yeah, yeah,
I just lied to him.
yeah." And then the uncle looked at me like, "Why you lied to me?" And I was just like, nah, man." I was like, I'm not trying to say I'm related to everybody, but sad to say I'm related to a lot of people, like crossing paths and stuff. So then the uncle's like, "Yeah, you." I was like, "How do you know Ray?" And then my wife's like, "That's his uncle. Like they're hella close." I was like, "Dude, be quiet." I was just like, "Hold up, man." I was like, "I ain't trying to talk about all that." So it doesn't help even to this day. Like, so when we meet up with Auntie Wilma and Uncle Anna, like still to this day, I'm still jamming and mixing for him. I'm following for him.
Hey, some things don't change.
I'm still following for that guy. So I'm just so it all goes back, being a social butterfly. Even with the music industry too, I
Gotta be like that, huh?
Yes, from and I learned that quick. I learned that real quick. Came across a lot of big music people names that I never thought I'd ever come across from to or pass through. Yeah.
Right. And while we on that, who's one of them that's like you're like, dude, this is whoop-de-whoop?
So really, probably, man. So a couple months ago, I got to meet J Bud. That was dope. That was dope as
That's
hell.
the original ganja.
Yeah, that
Farmer.
Yeah, that's a I'm a fan of J Bud.
Yeah.
That's the last thing I'd ever. That's the. But then I came across meeting him because of West Alpha. I don't know if you guys ever heard of West Alpha.
Shout out West Alpha and
Yeah.
Big Cisco and what's that? Western Conference
Western
podcast.
Conference podcast. Yeah,
This shit
man.
is fire.
Yeah.
It really is though.
Yeah. So I mean, for me, I feel like a big name that I met is probably West Alpha. He's out there, man. He's doing it for himself.
That's bro
Yeah.
right there too.
Yeah.
He's
That's our-
everywhere.
That's
He's
my
everywhere.
boy, man.
That's from rapper. That's from the rap game to the roots reggae to the island reggae. You know what I mean?
Hey, that nigga be mixing everywhere. Hey, but hold up. I just want to talk about something I seen. There was this video I saw of you performing bedroom a cappella in front of Fiji.
Oh.
And I'm like,
goodness.
look. I was just barely getting on to know who you were at this time. I didn't know the song. I didn't know anything. There was a Latasha Lee concert that me and my wife went to, and you opened for her. And I was like, damn, this nigga is dope. Like, if y'all haven't seen this guy, he's a performer. He's dancing, he's singing. But, okay, back to this video. He's not dancing. He's sitting on a bed, and it's all a cappella. My guy, he got some backup singers, but that shit was fire, Toko. Like,
Fiji was in the room.
and Fiji's sipping, and he's just vibing. I'm like, okay, we
Yeah.
gotta talk. We gotta talk to
bedroom to Fiji in his bedroom.
that song.
Yeah.
Go listen to the song, but go watch that video.
That's
on
the
my
bang,
guys.
dude.
The IG.
Yeah, come on.
The
Go, Lala.
How
What?
crazy
Come
is
on.
that?
man, I'll tell. Let me give you like So when he first dropped Bedroom, first of all, that rhythm he picked to jump on, that's a fire ass rhythm. But I remember because we was in LA at the time. That was when we dropped Trappuccino on the shelf. But we were over there and we were like, man, you hear that new one? Dude, we were playing it over there in front of everybody. And nobody was any wiser to think that, oh, this must be some like Jamaican dude. This must be that. I was like, motherfucker, this guy from West Valley. this, no, and then so this is something I do with the California guys. I was like, you see that? That's Utah. My fucking team, boy. My team.
Yay, let's go.
My team. No, but dude, that was when me and AJ, we were sitting there. We ran that song back like, I don't know how long. So after the event finished, we all sat there and mixed, everybody smoking and chilling out, and we played that song back. I don't know how many times, and we were like, this doesn't sound like a Polynesian. This doesn't sound like someone that we know. This doesn't sound. Everything was on point with that song, and we're like, fucking Richie did this shit.
Was it just
Valenzuela was her dad's name, Richie.
Hey, bro, no, hey, just off of what Lala said, that's exactly like what we said too. Like it was like when I heard, like when he wrote me and said, hey, you ever heard of this guy Richie V? And the first thing I did is go on TikTok, bro, right? And then that's you in there in the booth, right? And then I find that video that he's talking about, and that's when I knew. I go, look, it's just him singing.
Bro,
cousin.
Bro, listen.
And then I went back and heard the real song, and I said,
my guy's tapping his
come on.
leg. Like,
It's
if you
different.
never
It seems
heard
like that.
no reggae music, just listen to that
dude,
song
and
right
then
there.
It's crazy because before that happened, when Ray was still alive, he did the Good Story podcast with Leroy and Hobart. Hobart, he was like our long-standing president of Horny Toads. But Ray did an episode of Good Story. And so when he went
Hey,
and
shout
did
out Good Story.
yeah,
You guys got
man,
good
that's
shit,
the
man.
family. But they did an episode with Ray, and I was over there, and I was mixing over there, and then I jumped on the microphone, and then so this is Ray Ledger talking. This was before some of the hits was dropping. I called it on that fucking episode. If you want to go back and look it up, Ray Ledger's episode, I said if there was one person that I would put my stamp on, is Richie V. He the only one that embodied the same like love and passion for the music, but it's not just performing. I be catching this motherfucker practicing his little steps and dances he's gonna do on stage. It's not just the music; it's how you deliver the music. You know what I mean? Ray Ledger is crack, dude. Ray Ledger always was big on that. He's like, it's one thing for them to hear it, but they need to see something, be memorable, be spectacular. You know
that concert.
And this is the only motherfucker that I could like honestly say, because I was sitting next to Ray Ledger when I said it. I was said if there was anybody to do it that embodies the same spirit as Ray Ledger and the same passion and the love for reggae, it'd be Richie V. I said it. Y'all can go look that shit up. You can go run it back.
I ain't gonna lie.
Timestamp that shit.
That
I said that shit.
That Latasha Lee perform, like, nigga, you put hella people on. Because I ain't gonna lie, I didn't know who you were.
Was he wearing a costume?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
there was
had like
the-
I was we was one of the we was one of the
I was
vendors at
like-
that show.
me and my wife was just tapping each other, and everyone's kind of like, hey, who's that? Oh, that's Richie V. Oh, he's Tongan? Oh, he's from here? Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Oh, this nigga get down.
No, because
We all over the place.
No,
Go ahead.
because that concert, that was the first one. How do you say it?
That's your first performance?
No, well, second or third? No, second. That was goodness.
Second?
That was second. So
Coco, you wasn't performing like that. Was your second.
no, that was our second. So my first one was at the cover bar, like legit.
Oh, okay.
No, so like a legit set of like cover songs, like was at the cover bar that year. Cause remember that was right after COVID.
That's right.
I was right after COVID. So then, all right, so now we rewind. Oh, goodness, back to so anyway, so we're doing shows with AJ at the cover bar. Then I ended up opening shows for Smiling Souls. So I did one show for Smiling Souls. Shout out to Smiling Souls, big original Utah reggae band out here from Salt Lake City. So I opened up for them one time. And then I was just by myself. There was nobody, man. There's like 10 people in the crowd. That was it. And it was nerve-wracking. And I still have my notes on my phone that I took after that. Like I put notes into my phone right after, and it said, actually, my bad. Cool. Is it cool if I look at it?
Yeah, go on there, bro.
Yeah, whoop them out.
Let me see.
That's crazy.
They said the girl in the blue dress looked
I know,
nice.
huh? You wanna land out his wife. Just gotta perform for the girl in the blue.
Oh, right there. See, even the date's still right there. What is that? January, February, March 27th, 21, year 21. So notes from the concert was learn how to direct a band, when the singer's hyped, then the band will be hyped.
See, ain't nobody doing stuff like this.
You ain't just no regular.
Yeah, no, and then it was like, sing to the microphone a little more, and then if the song is fast, don't be scared to slow it down. Keep pushing to get better. The first concert is done. Be ready for the next one, and it'll be better. More crowd involvement.
Let's fucking go.
And that's what, I'm over here using my fingers.
That's how you become the GOAT.
That's March.
That's how you become the GOAT. You know what I mean? When you go home and you start studying yourself.
I mean, so then it goes back into the work ethics that my dad taught me, right? Remember I was saying that earlier. Like I said, my dad was really hard on me. Not hard, but he taught me how, to to don't always not be satisfied, but keep pushing yourself to do more, be better. Cause like even though I stopped playing football at the U, I played over there. Like, sheesh, not.
Hey, facts. Not everybody get the chance to go play D1.
Yeah. Like, so like that kind of work ethic, my pops and my mom, they taught me, like, I can do it. There's nothing that you can't do if you put your mind to it.
Okay.
So that's 2021 right there.
Okay.
That's right after COVID, and people were still scared. So then we did our show at the Kava Bar, and then it was funny because my wife was there. She was out there my first show, of course, and then she was laughing because she was like, man, and she had her friend Star. Shout out to Star. She's one of the original Majestics. If it wasn't for her, who would have known? So the idea came to me because my wife was there, and she was like, oh, maybe you could use backup singers. And my wife's the real singer. My wife did, like singing classes and all of, like,
so
she knows. So when she brought it up, and I told my wife and Star, and I told, because like they would always chill at the house, and I told them, like, hey, you guys come to my house, you guys over here running up my electricity bill, y'all over here singing karaoke, why don't you guys just be my backup singers? And they were just laughing, they were just like, ha ha ha, and I was like, no, I'm serious. If not, get out of my house. It was like not my wife, but Star, get out of my house. Like, yeah, I was like, you gotta go. Like, so then that ended up kicking off, and then we did our first Kava Bar. Like, we had a Kava Bar show, and
with your wife as the background.
yeah,
Okay.
and Star, and my Uncle Ray was there.
What?
Yeah, my Uncle Ray was there, and
Performing with you?
no, I should have. Yeah, I was still no. Like, as a performer, from what you see artists, you tell them, hey, we're gonna have a special guest come up and do a song. Like, I was still learning all of that still, but I wish I should have. But at that time, my Uncle Ray was there, and after the show, like, he walked up and he was like, nephew, I'm fucking proud of you. And like, I was trying not to break down on that shit, cause really, yeah, if it wasn't for it, man, that was, yeah.
So that shit meant a lot for you.
Oh,
Just for him to be out there and watch you perform.
Yeah.
Into this guy who knew
Yeah.
you could be.
Yeah.
That, but what, like, him being proud of you.
Yeah.
That had to hit you. So
Oh, man, it meant a lot.
That's like the main dude. You
Yeah.
look up to, right?
Cause my dad was there. He was like, "Good job, son." I was like, "Hey, hold on, let me talk to Uncle Ray." I was like, I love you, Dad, but hold on, let me talk to Uncle Ray real quick.
That's what's up, man.
So then after that, then it came to Latasha Lee concert. So then
How did that work out?
that shit. So from notes from the Kava Bar show, I learned, like, all right, we can do this. So then I started treating it into like a business. So like, I started treating it into like the music stuff into a business. I was like, all right, guys, we gotta start wearing, like, like, we gotta look like a team. You can't just wear anything on the stage, And then, like you guys said, it looked like I was wearing a costume. But we ended up wearing a Demon Slayer. I don't know if you guys watch anime.
Hey, he had
You see
that.
that? With the hat and everything.
Yeah, we don't get into that.
Yeah.
Hey.
So that was Latasha Lee, AJ and them. So Shaq Entertainment put on this show of Latasha Lee coming back to Utah, and it was a big thing.
And we love her, man.
Yeah, and we love her. Shout out to Latasha Lee, big sis.
Hell yeah.
And we killed. That was a big show for us, and I told the group, like, hey, if we do this, you know, it'll be a big deal, cause you know at that time, was it Latasha or was it K Nova? Was it K Nova or Latasha? K Nova was after, wasn't it?
The one at the other cover bar?
No, it was at the Royal.
Oh shoot, I don't even know. I was at the Latasha Lee one.
My bad. Yeah. So it's K Nova first. So we did K Nova first. Yeah. So K Nova. My bad. Yeah. Shout out to K Nova. That was a big show for us too. That was with Shaq ENT and then Optimize Entertainment. Shout out to Salah Afiaki. Yeah. So at that time, like we were starting to build some noise, right? And then you know. And my wife, you know, she would tell me like, so, you know, what do you think with this music stuff? I was like, let's see where it can go. You know.
So in your mind, you're like, we can do this.
Well, yeah.
You're building momentum.
Yeah. And then, like, you know, my wife would tell me like, so do you love it? I was like, I don't know yet. Like, you know, I just want to see where this can go. Like, because that's why I said, like, I keep treating it like a business. Like really, I keep treating my music stuff as a business. Even though I love, you know, I enjoy doing it. I love it.
No, I see what you mean.
But
now you're turning it into
yeah,
business instead of just doing it for fun.
Oh yeah, because that's what I was trying to tell them. I was like, hey, you know, let's just
bills to pay.
Yeah. No, really, yeah.
Time is money.
Yeah. So then we do K Nova show. We ended up wearing military, so we were in all camo, and then like you know we were still doing cover songs at that time. I didn't have no originals at that time. Yeah. So this is K Nova. Yeah, opening up for K Nova, but then you know people was like, oh, okay, maybe Richie's onto something. Came Latasha Lee, would come out in the Demon Slayer shit. Where you know, and at that time, people were getting into anime.
Well,
I mean, people have always been into anime.
Why Demon Slayer? Why was that the choice of outfit?
So that year, Latasha Lee was like after Halloween, I guess, and like I'm a big fan of Demon Slayer itself. Yeah, I'm a big fan of anime.
We're gonna get into that, but go ahead. Why Demon Slayer?
So then came Halloween, and like I was telling everyone like, hey, we probably gonna dress up as Demon Slayer, and then my wife's like, really? Why? So Halloween came, and everyone I saw on freaking social media was wearing Demon Slayer shit. They were wearing the robes. I was like, oh, see, look at that. Like, everybody's doing it. We're gonna stick. Like, you know, this is the last thing people's gonna think that we're gonna wear with reggae, and then you know little do people know, kung fu and reggae actually, it's a big thing.
Okay, look, I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, kung fu and reggae. Yeah, kung fu. OG reggae artists they love the old kung fu movies. Yeah.
I was standing out in the crowd. I seen this guy getting ready with his people, the Majestics, and I'm like, is this just like a hype guy? He's dressed up, and I'm like, no, there's no way. And then as soon as this guy started skanking and moving, stepping, grabbed the mic, I'm like, oh shit, this nigga's performing.
Yeah.
And then everyone's doing this. Who's that? I don't know.
No, so then even look at it. So within that same year, so that's like October. Those notes from my phone, that's from March. So that's all within the same year. That's not even a year of doing concerts. Yeah.
Do you think you performed better after?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I had. So like I said, the way I treat it like a business, like you gotta learn. You gotta learn that shit. Like you got. Yeah. Like that was just my mind of thinking. You know what I mean? And then so came Latasha Lee, cool. And then you know, people digged it. They were like, "Oh my gosh, you guys killed it." I was like, "Oh, appreciate it, man." And that was so Lala and them were there. You guys were there, and that was the first time Lala saw me perform.
Oh snap!
That was the first time you saw him perform too?
Like perform
For real?
Yeah, like perform.
Oh,
yeah.
you guys are selling your shit.
Yeah,
then, huh?
we had our we were like our booth over there.
That's right. Okay.
Yeah.
So you're gonna perform one right now?
Oh, no.
No, but that's so that show was AJ One Ton's show. We keep saying the name AJ. That was AJ's show.
Yeah.
When I was in LA and everybody was over there and we were playing Richie's song, that also was AJ. This is the same AJ, same guy. And I always with AJ when I'm at the Shack. But that was like one thing that I always talk about with this dude, because like especially with like last weekend. I've been like did you guys talk about that already?
Not yet.
Not yet.
My bad.
We about to get there.
No,
We're-
go ahead.
Well, no, that's what. So
Bring us into it.
all right. Well, no. So like me and AJ, we're two people that understand reggae. We appreciate good reggae, and we
Facts.
know real
Facts.
reggae. In reggae itself, there's a bunch of like subgenres of like island reggae, or there's like a ska, there's like a roots, there's a culture. There's
If you guys know,
there's all
Lala
these
wouldn't
lovers
share his
rock, there's all
iPod because he had all this reggae he didn't want to share with everybody.
Yeah, no, but so there's all these like I guess
different types of
reggae. of reggae, and then like, but when it comes to like real reggae, there's like a certain sound, there's a certain like sweetness, there's something about it that makes it like that's what really makes this thing. When you got good reggae, me and AJ, we always talk about Richie. We're like. But like, I mean, I have a lot of friends that are musicians.
That's what I was gonna say.
I have a lot of friends that's musicians.
What
And
made him
Facts.
stick out than everybody else?
Dude, well, because for one thing, I've been knowing him since before he started playing, and then like going into it. Keep in mind when Ray Ledger was alive, I was pretty much living with these dudes, so I watched Ray get ready for shows. I watched Ray 3 weeks prior. He's at the mix, trying something new because he wants to incorporate it into his new show. I watched Ray really dissect every part of his performance and then prep according to that and do all these things. Everything leading up to a show, and then even getting me in when I was underage and shit. But like, I was there watching it,
Yes, sir.
right? And then watching Richie do it, it's like fucking deja vu. It's like, you know what I mean? And then like when, like me and AJ, we say this shit all the time. Like I have a lot of friends that are musicians. I have a lot of friends who is like up and coming musicians and stuff. And then I was telling him about Richie. I was like, man, I'll be honest. When it comes to Richie, I believe in this motherfucker. Like, it's not like, oh, let's just help little bro. I fucking believe in this dude. Like,
His music is
the way,
talking
yeah,
to you.
the way he treat his music, he don't treat it like a hobby. I'm not gonna say the company that he works for, but I truly believe you're a better musician than that employee, and at some point you'll be able to be like, you know,
I need them. They have
that's what I'm saying.
no.
But I'm saying,
They have health insurance,
Yeah.
401k. I need that.
see, you leaning on your mindset is
Oh,
all
you
wrong.
I believe in you like
just
I
for now,
believe
just
in
for
you.
just
Bro,
for
you
just for,
could
and
ball
just for-
out
Richie,
on
look, we
one
all believe in
song
you, dog.
and get all the health insurance you'll ever need. But no, I in my mind I'm like, I don't know what Richie does at his job, but he is not a better employee than he is a musician. You know what I mean? And I don't know what he does at his job, you know, but I'm like, I believe whatever you do there, you're better at this. I'm not telling you to leave your job.
No.
That's not what this
Yeah,
is.
he is.
But I'm
Yeah,
telling you, no. Leave that. When you start losing money by going to work, then quit.
Hey, if y'all didn't
But-
catch that, that's
Your-
what he
your
did
wife
with
gonna be
his job.
pissed.
Man.
No, yeah, no, but I'm
Your
saying
wife is
like,
like, don't listen to him.
That's what you
there's
was
gonna
saying.
come a day. There's gonna come a day when you got to do a show, and then work says, "Sorry, you can't go." So you go into work, and you're like calculating, "Oh, I do this for this much an hour. I would have made more money doing the show." So that was when I quit my job. Was that when I lost money by going to work? I was like, "Okay, I'm quitting this job."
Hey, listen up.
I'm not
man.
telling. Don't quit your job, bro. But I'm telling you, when the time is right, just recognize
Thank
that
you,
shit.
sponsor. Thank you.
Hey, we're gonna get to that. Look, Richie.
You need help, Lala's gonna pay you.
No.
you know
No,
what
no.
I'm
So
saying?
that was the whole. That was Pacific Feast.
Yeah.
Trappuccino sponsored him to go out there.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right. So
Hey,
we're gonna
that
get
shit was
into
tight.
that.
Yeah, let's talk
Yeah.
about that. Let's talk about it.
Okay, so keep in mind, my music's only been out for a year. Just last year.
That's right.
Not even. There's not even songs that's not even a year old yet.
Okay.
So last year,
When did you start writing songs? Because you were saying you were doing covers this whole time.
yeah.
When
So
did you start writing your own music?
so I did like a couple like lovers rock roots, during the Latasha Lee time at that time, cause AJ was telling me he's like, hey man, maybe you should start writing originals, and I had a garage studio built in there, and it would just be me, and I'll just sit there like try to do music and try to write it, and I was just like, you know what, let's keep it going, and I guess it was going good because like people were like, hey man, your music's dope, we love it, and I was like, all right, and then AJ told me I need to find a professional recording studio, so that was like my other next level, and then my first professional recording was with Roots Rocka. Shout out to Roots Rocka. so we did the Lovers Lake rhythm. And that's featured with a bunch of big Polynesian artists. That's with Analea Brown.
Hey, shout out Analea. We just had
Shout
her
out to
here.
Analea.
Yeah. Shout out to her.
Even Small Axe, Uncle George, Afu. So with those guys, so he ended up introducing me to the studio people, or Chris, Red Light Recording Studios. Shout out to Chris, badass music engineer, producer.
Okay.
So he introduced me to him, and I was like, all right. And then so then last year, 420, give me the herbs. Last year 420.
Fire.
Last year 420, give me the herbs. I went into the studio, and I wrote a marijuana song pretty much. Quick.
Go listen.
go.
That shit's fire.
You gotta listen to it.
Okay.
The crazy part is I wrote that song about my wife.
Now we know that you heard it here first.
Yeah, cause
Shout out wifey.
yeah, so I just mix now. I don't mess with trees anymore and all of that. But I ended
Good
up
for you.
because
You say that because your job.
no, so
No, you don't.
yeah, I don't. So like I said, so I'm on the road. I do Give Me the Herbs. I did Forever Love Song. Did a marijuana song. Then I do this bedroom song. And then, my wife's like, who the fuck is this about? And I just looked at her. I was like, I was listening to Egyptian at work. Yeah. So when I wrote Bedroom, I was listening at that night. I was writing Bedroom. I was listening to Egyptian a lot that night. I was like, man, I haven't listened to for a while is Egyptian. So I was going through all the good Egyptian songs. I was over there I was just like, man, I miss songs like these too. You know what I mean? There's more than just roots, right? Like for me, there's more than just roots and lovers rock. Like, I don't, Lala, what would you call like Egyptians kind of? I don't even. Is it?
It's just like the popular reggae, but yeah, it's just like.
Yeah.
No, it's like because
it's still root,
he borderlines like dance hall stuff. Some songs,
yeah,
but it's kind of like it's not lovers rock, but it's more like it's literally like popular reggae. Like it's like their
mainstream
pop,
or
their pop of reggae. Yeah, that's what Egyptian.
Yeah, so so like I said, so that night, so that time period, I made Bedroom, I finished it, and then. I just ended up just sending it to people. I was just like, hey, man, check this shit out, this, that, and this. And then people was like, dude, what the hell is that? I was like, I don't know. I don't know. My wife's yelling at me about it. Like, yeah, I don't know that. And then everyone's like, so Richie, who's in the bedroom and this? I was like, I don't know. I'm like, whatever, dog. So even with Bedroom, so we did our show in Texas last year. Shout out to the boys out there in Texas that brought us out there, because I ended up dropping Bedroom at a concert out there. So even with that, so we did Texas, and that was like my first out of state concert. And I just knew I had to do it. I was just like, you know what, it's gonna look good on paper. It's gonna it's get on the resume. And I don't know if I have a fan base in Texas, and they were dope enough to bring us out there. You know what I mean? Yeah. So so they took us out there, and then I dropped Bedroom out there, and then like people was going off about Bedroom. I was like, what the hell? Like really? Like this song? I was like, I was happy because I was like, dang, great. Now I have to keep writing good songs. So you do. Yeah. Oh goodness. So then we do that. So from 420 all the way till last winter. In December, my goal was to release a song every month to the end of the year. Like I was just like, you know what, let's try it out, see if I could push it, see what I could come up with. And it ended up working out well. Then we ended up at Pacific Feats last year, their first festival. Yeah, last year.
That was last. Last year.
Yeah, I went there last year.
And that's your first time.
That was my first time there. That was my first time doing a festival, and then remember, keep in mind, I'm treating this like a business. So I'm over here like, all right, guys, we gotta do this. We gotta come out of pocket. We gotta
step your game up. Everybody
this is one of those times like, hey man,
it's game time.
This is what we were working for. Like, we had to come out of our own pocket. And if this is something you guys, also with the backup singers too, if this is something you guys want to do, we don't know where it can go. You know what I mean?
Just taking the lead.
Yeah, just taking the leap, whatever. Cause so that happens, and it was like exposure like hell, came out to be a good thing, and we only did a 20-minute set. Cause that was their, I guess that was like their goal last year. Cause
That's your block.
yeah, they had like a huge lineup last year, and it was like, all right, everybody do 20 minutes, this, that. And then last year at that festival, I got to link up with the Servants. Shout out to the boys of Servants. They played for us last year, and and they didn't have to.
And the Servants is the people jamming out in the back, like the band, right?
Yeah. Oh, so
You don't know the Servants?
No. What I'm trying to say is that, like I'm saying, like you say,
They had the band.
yeah.
That's what I'm saying. You had them.
So they ended up playing for my set.
Hey, that's love.
Yeah, real love.
Dude, and they did it for the F, bro.
Yeah.
They did it for the free.
Yeah.
Just to see this
Last-
young man
yeah.
bubble, bro.
Last-
They just did it just to
Damn,
see
that's
what he
cool.
can do,
It was
you know?
it was man, and like even for them too, like they're-
So you about to just go out there with the guitar and
no, no. I mean,
and then they
not-
say, "Hey,
not-
we got you."
yeah. So
No, cuz, that's what I'm saying.
so Fipi, shout out to the bass player for the Servants, Fipi. So Fipi was part of my music journey in the beginning too. So Fipi stays out here too, and he goes back and forth. And Fipi,
He know you like that.
yeah, and so Fipi, he talked to me. He's like, hey man, maybe I can ask the boys to play for you. And I was like, all right, cool. See if it's all right. But then with that connection, that goes back to Ray Ledger. So Ray Ledger and the Servants.
Yeah.
So they ain't gonna say no to you.
Well, it wasn't no.
Yeah.
Like I had to earn my
oh, gotcha.
yeah, cause
It's not free.
Yeah, well,
They're not just gonna give it to you. But
so that time of last year's festival, Bedroom dropped, right? So those guys, when I met up, they were like, hey man, that shit slap.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they knew you.
Yeah, they were just
do
like,
the work.
yeah, they're
This is a real reggae band. Like this is like when you talk about reggae, this is like one of my favorite reggae groups, and I'm not like making it specific to Polynesians. I'm talking in general. This is like one of my favorite. They caught me on camera jumping up and down and shit when they
Yeah.
oh bro,
Oh, yeah.
I love the
oh
Servants,
man,
bro.
yeah, and yeah,
When he brought up Ray, so it was funny. One year, the lead singer for the Servants, his daughter had a basketball tournament, and he couldn't go to a show that they had. So Ray went out there. He flew out there and he sang for the lead singer because he had his daughter had a basketball tournament, so the lead singer couldn't be there. So Ray jumped in. You know what I mean? If whatever good karma that spun, they came back. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? They
So
came
that's why
back.
You said
It-
thanks to Ray.
Played
yeah.
for the free.
Yeah. I mean, even
shout out Servants. Man.
yeah, shout out to the
Shout
boys
out
over
to
there,
them.
man. Because like Lala said, like they didn't have to do it for me. And that was like my thing too. Like, man, I gotta work. I gotta do this shit. Like, I'm not asking for a hand. I'm just trying to take care of business with my music. Like, put it out there. See if they like it, then maybe they'll play for me. And that's what kind of, even though, I mean, it could have been some some off stuff. Like, hey, just because you're Ray's nephew, well, nah, they was rocking with the music, and I really appreciated that. And then so that was last year. So then, I end up keep releasing music, this and that, and then fast forward to this year.
Yeah.
Was it what?
So look, hold on. So last year, you and your group came out of your pocket
Yeah.
to go out there, and you're like, look, we gotta do this. You know what I mean?
Yup.
To get our name out there, right? And you ended up playing with one of the best band ever. But fast forward to this year, you had a little help this year going out there, right?
Had a lot of big help.
Okay, so let's talk about that.
So now we're into. So now we fast forward to this year.
The story unfolds.
yeah, here we go.
So here we go now.
happens that Lala's here too.
That's what I'm saying, man.
No, so then so coming into the new year, I told my wife, like, she's like, what do you want to do this year? I was just like, you know what, this year I just want to focus on collabs, like features with different artists, and that kind of it kind of didn't happen. So like I ended up releasing this Mother's Day song called Mamas. That was for my mom. Shout out to my mom.
Oh, that's cool.
Another banger.
That's cool.
I never heard that one.
Mamas.
That was picked
I
another
love Mama
badass
song.
rhythm. That one killed it.
Hey,
So
I love Mama
weed,
song.
fucking mama. That's like. But that
Weed,
one was, and he
fucking,
dropped it
and
on
then-
Mother's Day.
Oh,
Yeah, I
for
dropped it
real?
on.
Yeah,
Yeah, I dropped it on Mother's Day. Yeah.
Dang.
So I did that song, and then I ended up linking up with Rhythm Up Kahi. Shout out to Kahi, keyboard player from 3 Plus. I don't know if you guys know 3 Plus, OG Hawaiian band. Linked up with Kahi because of West Alpha, and so we ended up dropping. Was it my album Avant Garde? It's kind of like a French word for
God.
my wife came up with that name. So kind of like unique in like yeah,
avant-garde.
Unique. So I ended up dropping a Tongan song that
Hey, that's my favorite song.
A staple song.
That's my favorite song. Hey, that's when he texted me. I told him, let's get this dude, because this dude just dropped the Tongan song.
that so that ended up being my first
Fire.
Tongan song.
Tongan song.
That shout out to the Vaini people. That's an OG Vaini people song right there. Funny Poleto right there. So that song, I ended up learning that from my Uncle Ray. My Uncle Ray does a badass cover of that song. And he would play it, and I always like it. I always liked that Tongan song, so I ended up learning it throughout the years. So then fast forward, so we dropped the album, and then I ended up after that, I ended up linking up with Lala. I went to the tattoo shop, and
Drinking kava per
drinking
usual.
kava as usual. And then we're talking about Lala's like, he's like, Richie, you came here to mix? I was like, yeah, I came here to mix. Sure, whatever. Just came to mix, talk, and then I ended up putting out a concert. So I posted about a concert to help me fundraise to go to Pacific Feats. But nobody didn't know it was for Pacific Feats Festival. I was just trying to put something together so me and the backup singers don't got to come out of pocket. And then I have something to give to the band people, to the servants. Yeah, like
Okay.
yeah, I was, especially this year, because so when the festival reached out, they're like, hey, we loved you last year. We would love for you to come back this year, but do an hour set. And I was like, cool, whatever. Like, I could do an hour set in my sleep, whatever.
Okay.
And so, then it goes, so this year we did, like, the Sacramento show. Shout out to So that was my first time playing back at home in Sacramento.
Dang.
Yeah.
How was that?
That shit was dope. Everyone was there. It was they loved it. Shout out to Will's Records. They took us out there. They took care. So they took care of us, like, and everything.
So I was like, okay, cool. That's another out of state show. So anyways, so fast forward to mixing with Lala at the tattoo shop, and then Lala's like, Richie, what's going on with that? The acoustic set. So I was planning to do just an acoustic set for that show.
Lala knows about that.
Wait.
You're like, I did it so I can raise money, but nobody knows. But
No, he didn't even tell me that at the time. Yeah, he didn't tell me that.
The acoustic set where?
It was gonna be it was actually gonna be like a dope ass
Unplugged.
Unplugged.
It was like
Yeah.
To raise money to get to Pacific.
Yeah, to go, yeah, because I didn't put it out there like, hey, I'm over here raising. I was like, because now at this time, I felt like I'm able to do that. No one did.
Yeah, that was just my gut telling me, like, all right, I was like, hey, if we just did the Sacramento show, and if we're doing, these, I'm pretty sure we can do an unplugged acoustic set, and people will come to see us, right? So anyway, so I posted on social media, and everybody's talking about it. They're like, hey, we can't wait. We're going to buy tickets, this and that. And I tell them, like, all right, hold on, wait. Before I take your money, this and that, like, hold on, I'm still trying to figure out everything. So then I end up going to the tattoo shop. So really, I go to the tattoo shop every now and then just to catch up with everybody. Like, because
That day, your daughter was doing like a hula practice or something.
Yeah.
And then you just came because it didn't finish until 9.
yeah. No,
That's what brought him there.
Why you going?
No, he don't.
No.
He came to kill time, and I was like, mix that shit.
Yeah. No, that's really what it was. Yeah.
Oh, so you really do have him, Balu. That's fucked up.
I was tattooing.
He was tattooing, yeah.
Okay. That makes
Germs.
sense.
You
It's
said that.
germs, man. Germs, dude. So, So then we're mixing, and Lala was like, Richie, what's that show you posted about? And I told him, I was like, man, really, I'm just trying to fundraise to go to Pacific Feast this year. And then Lala was like, oh, that's crazy. I'm supposed to go. And I was like, all right. And then I was explaining to him, like, yeah, so I think, like, you know, if we do an acoustic set, you know, and a lot of people were, like, ready to start buying tickets, like, I think we could raise a lot of money. And then he was like, okay, well, you know, what do you need help with? And I looked at him, I was like, what the hell?
What do you mean? What do I need help with?
Yeah.
Everything.
No, so you, I mean, like, so we were talking, because I was telling him, like, I was like, you know what, if you could just, you know, get this and get that, no, I think it'll be a dope event. So
this is us planning this unplugged event because that was gonna fund Pacific Feats. But at the time, I didn't know that he did the event to do. I thought he was just doing like a little prelude thing to
just
like
for the
help
hell
get
of
the
it.
buzz. No, like to kind of get the
buzz.
buzz because it was the weekend before,
Okay.
or like 2 weeks before.
yeah.
Hype them up.
No, yeah. So then that was the plan. Was like, well, you don't give everybody a little taste, you know, and then when we go to Pacific Feast, hit them with the whole thing, you know.
So
But that was the plan,
Yeah.
originally.
that was so that was the original plan. So then we were planning that for a couple weeks, and then
And we would, dude. I was like, So he was. I don't know how to just do regular shit. So I was like, bro,
Yeah.
we're gonna order a backdrop.
bro.
We're gonna get like party favors with like keychains or something with like
No,
branding.
it
It's
was-
just branding. So I'm
Oh.
thinking of like all this stuff. I'm like,
You're going all
yeah,
out.
we'll do this, we'll do this, and I was just thinking of like to make it a badass event. And then he told me, he's like, oh, we just need. So after a lot of things that are said and done, he basically said, oh, it's just to help fund the Pacific Feats. And then I was like, well, no, but basically I was just like, well, we don't need to do a fundraiser for that, you know? But the issue with the fundraiser was that the day he wanted to do it, there was two
concerts,
two
Yeah.
big concerts going on here, and the two concerts that were going on, there was kind of like a weird beef, but I'm not gonna say it was a beef, but there was just like a weird vibe between the two concerts because you're basically taking two groups of artists that have the same demographic and you're gonna host them on the same night at
Make
the
'em
same
choose.
venue.
Yeah.
So now you're gonna
What?
split the crowd. So, but this was unintentional on both sides.
Just happened.
But
that
it
way.
just
just-
started
yeah, it
this
just-
weird
yeah,
thing.
it just-
But
yeah.
that was going to be the same night that we wanted to do the fundraiser.
Yeah.
And so I was like, I saw the politics going on, and I was just like, well, if you wanted to do this just to get to Pacific Feats, and like, you know what I mean? Like, let's just skip a step. Like, you know, like, yeah, we'll just go. And then this guy kept telling me, he's like, yeah, but we'll probably need like this much. And then I was like, it's good. He's like, but are you sure? I was like, it's good. And he's like, okay. He kept checking back with me. I'm like, you sure? I'm like, it's fine,
Well, look,
Richie.
I get that
It's
though,
fine.
Richie, because in your mind you're like, look, I know, thank you for the gas money, you know, but there's more that goes into it.
No,
but
well, he-
Lala, you know, like you said, he doesn't just do regular shit.
Yeah, no, and I mean, even with that time period, like even like Lala kept telling me like, it's good, I got you. I was like, and me, like, you know, I was doing this music stuff by myself, out of my own pocket.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I was just like, man, I'm not trying to ask for handouts. You know, I'm and the thing is, like, you know, maybe I could have went to Lala back then, but I didn't have, like, the kind of person I am. I didn't have bedroom at that time. I didn't have Give Me the Herbs. I didn't have no originals.
No, I believed in you before. Though.
Yeah. So, you know, I just didn't want to walk up to Lala and be like, hey, man, I'm doing this music stuff. Do you want to support? You know what I mean? Even though that's what Lala tells me, like, dude, like, I got you. I'm like, appreciate it, bro. Like, I know you do. But just to, you know, so this is after all these songs that are being dropped and this and that. And then, you know, and to me, I was just like, all right, I'm glad I caught Lala's attention. Because we talk, even like before that mix about the event, like Lala was like, so when's your next show? Or when are you going to, yeah. Because this year, like, even last year, like, I kind of stopped doing shows in Utah. Okay. Not for any, like, bad reasons or anything. Yeah. It's just, like, I felt like now, like, all right, I think I can hold a show with my own name on it now. So that's where I was getting into the acoustic set stuff. So that happened, and then like Lala said, you know, he ended up just saying like, "Hey, fuck it, I got you."
Lala, good shit, my guy.
Like I don't know if it was like
But look,
something
Richie,
off his.
How did you feel when Lala said, bro, if that's what it is, I got it.
I think he didn't believe me. Like every time he was asking me, he was like, "Bro, are you sure?" I was like, "Yes,
Oh,
Richie,
man.
Well, look,
yes."
it's like that's just a poly
Run
thing.
that
'Cause
shit,
some
yeah.
polys, they say they got you, and then they don't got you. So he's probably like,
yeah.
I still gotta find some way. If
Yeah,
something
no,
falls through,
no,
I gotta find a way for
Yeah,
it to
no,
get there, right?
like real talk, like that's like, you know, I'll tell my wife like, hey, I gotta go talk to Law, and she was like, for what? Didn't he? I mean, my wife knew like it was good, but me, I just the kind of person I am. I was just
Trust
like,
issues. He's, trust issues. Like, hey, I'm gonna go do something important. Bitch, I saw you in a snap mixing, dude. You know, but,
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, that shit was fire. Like Trappuccino, like sponsoring the shit.
yeah.
Trappuccino, Richie V,
So-
that shit was
Hey, that shit.
No, but it was.
that was fun.
Church was dope.
Yeah.
sweaters.
Oh, no, I mean,
Is
so,
there any more?
Branding, baby. Branding.
So,
Branding,
I
baby.
mean, so even with all of that, like, even back to the acoustic set, like, they were talking about branding and stuff, and then I was just happy, like, man, I just appreciate you trying to do this shit with me, like,
That
that's
we
real
had
talk.
real meetings of like planning.
Yeah,
Like, how are we gonna do this? How are we gonna do this? I remember, and then after we were talking about like, cause I'm sponsored by Offa's Cover, so Offa's Cover, they was like, hey, bro, I'll plug the cover for the whole event.
yeah,
and I was
That's
like,
why you were sipping out
perfect.
there, huh?
So no, but yeah, all day, bro. If it ain't Offa's, it's Ufas.
Ufas.
You know? But no, but
Oh, wait.
so but basically before we scrapped the idea, we put real time
Yeah.
into like, I was like looking
it
up
out.
our like the Chinese manufacturers who could make it that quick. Like I just wanted
Just get
like
it out.
cause like just like a T-shirt and a keychain, like a lanyard or something. Cause everybody, you know what I mean. Now your name is on
Yeah.
everybody's keys. Maybe we need to run that back, but
Mate,
Yes, please.
baby. Well,
Yes, please.
well, actually, I think my favorite idea was it? Lala said pillowcase. Put the shit on the pillowcase, and then my brother Philly, he goes, you should do a thong. And I was like, this is real life stuff, and like
Real life plan.
I thought of it. I was like, that's a great idea. And then when I ran into my wife, and my wife's like, are you fucking stupid?
That's what I'm about to say. Is wifey on it?
But
or-
no, I mean, she was just like, whatever, do whatever the hell you got to do. It's all like, I appreciate you, babe. All right. So that ends up happening. Fast forward, and you know, Lala's just like, he's like, don't worry, I got you. So then we do the festival, and
Hey, hold on.
Yeah, get into that. Cuz.
At the festival, right?
that shit was a movie.
Come on.
It was dope.
We gotta talk about that because you were up there with a bob button up,
oh shit,
huh? Huh?
Was he?
Cousin, he was
Skanking like a mother.
skanking like a mother.
And the Trappuccino sponsored Vans that he had on.
yeah, hey, that's what I'm wearing today. I'm telling you, I appreciate everything that Lala did for us at Pacific Feeds Festival. It was.
Hey, that festival, bro, like Lala was talking about, we're gonna put it on our video right here. Lala was jumping in the,
Oh,
bro,
yeah.
that's how I knew when I seen Lala,
Dude.
because Lala doesn't get happy like that unless it's somebody he
Yeah.
No, but like so what before going into everything, and like the whole thing was just like I don't know. Well, I was like, oh, I fuck with Richie. I believe in this. But really, when he asked me, I was just like, fuck it. Let's, you know what I mean? Like, and I think because I was so casual, he didn't take me serious. And I'm
Yeah.
like, he's like, and he kept telling me, he's like, but we'll probably need like this. He's like, this is much. Is that good? I'm like, yes, Richie, it's fine. He kept asking, but like, no, but we went, and then. It was funny because one of the added things, like this was like a last minute thing. He's like, "Hey, bro, you want to bring us up?" I was like, "What you mean?" He's like, "Yeah, you want to bring us up on stage?"
Oh, you MC.
I was like, "Yeah,
Yeah. It was dope.
But
I
it's-
gotta get that video.
but then it's funny because like I know I use like social media and shit, but out there, bro, I had like 9 people propose to me. I had like people
Dude,
taking
it was-
so a lot of
Is he
no, but
lying?
No.
to everybody else it seemed like a big deal that I was bringing them out, and I was like, oh, what? But
So
either
they didn't
way,
know the connection between y'all.
no, but this
Yeah,
was like my biggest thing, and then I'll shut the fuck up. But no, but so like this was a concert that Richie could really like stretch his legs on. His 5'7" legs could really stretch, but really like I was like, bro, you could really like if you make enough noise at this show, you won't need no sponsor no more. If you make enough noise at this show,
Facts.
you know what I mean? You write in your own tickets, you write in your own shit. You everything you could do it on your own if we do this one right. So basically if we laid the foundation, you could build your own house on this motherfucker. So And I even said it when I brought him out. I was like, I feel like for Richie V's music to be heard and received the best, he needed his backup singers with him. He needed the Majestics. So we made sure the Majestics was there. And just to add to the whole thing, we were like, just to really deliver a solid punch, we needed to be backed up by the servants. So all these little things, and at the time, all these things just needed a little bit of like little grease on the wheels just to get it there. Yeah. And so I was like, man. That's how when I brought him out in the crowd, I was like, we could have ran a track set, y'all could have heard whatever, but for you to really understand Richie's music, to feel Richie V's music, we had to deliver it the best way possible, and that's with the Majestics and the servants backing it up. And man, this dude was the postman because he delivered, my boy. Killed that show. We went wildly over budget, but we fucking had a good time. All right? We had a good time.
You guys got some footage of that shit? Because we weren't there.
Who got it? We need that
Please
shit.
send us this
We
footage.
need it.
I want to see this.
Of what? Which
The
footage?
footage of your performance.
Oh, man. It's a
like we seen like the pre-game, we seen like 2 seconds of you on there, but I'm like, where's this footage at, yo?
I got a couple clips, yeah. I don't know how this. I'll send it. I'll send it.
We'll talk about it. But,
I don't know how this works. I don't know how this
Let's hear
works.
Richie's experience.
But Rich, like, you singing your songs now. People are singing your songs to you. Like this is the same shit we talked to Analea about. Like, what's that feeling right there? You performing and they're singing your song back to you.
Yeah. So even before walking into the festival, so we get to the festival the day of, and then I drop everybody off, like to the closest walking point to get to the stage. I drop Lala and them off, my wife off, all the singers. I was like, all right, guys, I'll meet you guys. So, I'm going to go park our rental. I'm still doing my own shit. I'm following the plug. I'm just, that's just how I'm like, hey, I got to, I'll go park. You guys just go. I'll meet you guys there. So anyway, so I grab my clothes, grab my stuff. I start walking to the festival.
And I started meeting other people, and they're like, hey, Richie V. I was like, what the fuck? Oh. Yeah. And I was just looking like, they're like, hey, are you Richie V? And I was just like, yeah, that's me. And they're like, man, we came here early just for you. And I was like, oh, appreciate it, man. So like, yeah, so we were like, yeah. So it was dope. So like, like I have an idea of where the music stuff is now, but I never realized it until like those kind of situations are, happening, those kind of moments of meeting people, meeting fans. I can't believe I say fans.
Man. Yeah,
there's hella
shit, I'm a fan.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Come on. No, and it's just not, people that I know, it's different when it's just random people, I can say, yeah. And so then, I'm meeting these people, and then I'm going on the stage, and then,
I have Lalo introduce us, and then, even throughout the whole festival, like, so come showtime, Lalo's passing out the shirts. And the band's like, oh, yeah. So
and no one knew what the shirts looked like.
Yeah.
Oh, well, the first draft, Richie denied it. So then I had to remake it.
Damn, really? Like that?
No, but the shirts, I had them made. Like, they were done, but I never let them leak. No one saw them until the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cause I was going to a couple events, and I was just like, hey, Lala, do you want me to wear the shirt? And Lala's like, maybe we'll just hold off. I was like, you know what? You're right. It's like, you're the sponsor, whatever, nigga. Whatever goes. So anyway, so come the day of, and then like Lala starts pulling out the shit, and then like all the band niggas, they were enjoying it and loving the and that made me even more happy that they were grateful for what me and Lala teamed up to bring and what Lala did for us, like, and really like that kind, yeah. No, so I mean, man, it looked like a lot of the boys, like even when I was talking to them like before the festival, like I was like, hey, like, what I need you guys to do is just to wear the t-shirts. You guys wear the brand, that's my deal with Lala. You guys just wear, and then they're all for it. They're like, yeah, bro, don't worry, we got you. And then the day of, Lala's pulling out this shit, and everyone's like, oh, like these. It was a bunch of grown men.
They took more shirts than band members, but it's good. It's good.
So like all like it was dope because like even like some of the other boys that are part of the band that wasn't part of our set, like they were kicking it with us. Yeah, so they ended up wearing it the next day.
Okay.
Yeah, so they were like, "Hey, we're gonna wear your shirt on the next." I was like, "Okay." I mean, you guys don't. I looked at it, you don't have to, and they're like, "Hell no, bro, this shit's tight." Yeah. I was just like, "Oh, okay, all right." I was like, "Oh man, appreciate it."
The power of branding. Malo.
No, and you know what's even funnier? Everyone was asking like, "Oh, where are you selling those shirts?" I was like, "We're not.
This is a one-time
This
thing
is
only.
this is a members only.
No,
Nobody.
yeah.
No, and then when I came home, people was hitting me up. Hey, how can people buy the originals? Like, y'all can't.
Dude,
They're gone.
yeah.
Hey, but when they go on sale next week, I'm gonna sting them, bro.
Hey,
Go ahead.
Save
That's
save a 3X,
No.
3X, extra large, please.
Yeah, I mean, oh goodness, like, yeah, like, I mean, it all from the beginning of all of that, like, it was just all, it felt good. Like, it felt like for me, like, doing this all by myself and then talking to Lala, teaming up with this shit, like, it felt good to see where this music stuff started from to where it was, you know what I mean? And
Did you perform well?
Killed
I
it.
hope so.
Killed it.
Please,
I-
you guys have footage?
Be-
Could you send it to us?
yeah. Before, I mean, real talk. Like before I dropped Lala at the airport, I looked at him. I was like, "Hey, were you happy with your investment?" And he just looked. He's like, "I'm fucking happy, bro." It was like I had fun, and you guys, you did. I was like, "All right." That for me, I was just like, "All right, that's all that matters." I don't care about this shit. It's like as long as you're happy, I'm happy, and you know, because everyone's like, "Richie," like you know, my wife, even after the festival. That day, she's like, "Were you happy, babe?" I was like, "I don't know. If Lala's happy, then I'm happy." Yeah. So like, even with like I said, with that mindset, like still treating like a business, was like, as long as you know.
I'm not Barry Gordy. I'm not gonna come and steal all your songs for $100 and shit.
No, cause even like even like you know like I'm talking to my family. I'm just like, hey, like I was like, hey, Chopperchino's bringing, and they're like, oh yeah. They're like, oh, that's good. That's it. I was like, in my head, I was like, this is a big ass deal. I don't know if y'all understand that shit. But
Facts.
Especially out there.
This was another funny part. I didn't know that the Jokes Up people, they had a booth over there. LB performed over there,
seen it.
and then like other people that were tied in with, like our boy Seth, he got a strain named Otai, and then Drew Deasy, who bankrolled the whole concert, he has Cruisers. That's his strain. But I was like, none of them thought that they would like sponsor somebody or like do something to like, you know what I mean? So all these guys was like, fucking Lala, you basically,
because it was out there, like it was all of
was
it,
dope.
yeah.
The marketing,
For-
everything behind it.
Yeah,
bro.
for
that shit was fire.
Lala, I hope you won in your branding. I'm very happy you won with your branding because it was out there, like, and like I said, everyone that was part of the team, specific. Oh,
That's the shirt right there.
That's the shirt right there. It wasn't no baby print. That shit.
That's a
let me see
3X. That's a 3X shirt.
That-
Look how big the print is on the
Yeah.
3X
Two
shirt.
of those.
It was
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
One XL for
Yeah.
And you see I don't people, man. This is we put the Lion of Judah with the V7 on the side. That's, you know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like that shirt was just
fire.
Branding.
Come on, dude.
Go
Branding.
back
Yeah.
and look at the IG, y'all, because that shit was fire.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I mean, the whole weekend, like I said,
Badass week.
yeah, it was badass weekend, man. It came out to be. It took a lot of stress off of my shoulders. That's just the reality. Like real talk. Like
That's good.
yeah, like it. Like really. Like if I didn't get to team up with all of that, and then, you know, the band killed it. The servants, all the boys over there.
Hey, next one, we gonna be out there next one.
Yeah.
Next year.
And then you know, the Majestics, Star, Shane, Crystal, my wife Cece, like they held their ground too, and they knew like what we had to bring to the table. It, you know, it wasn't one of those like, hey, we get to wear Trappuccinos. No, they knew like, hey, we have to do like, yeah, this is work. We can enjoy after. Yeah, we can enjoy after, but yeah, it's time. Yeah, and that's really what it was. I mean, from
Let me go into this. Obviously, we know you as Richie V. We just talked about your story now to Richie V. Do you know that you're Richie V? Like at this moment, you're like, man, I'm him now, or you still like, oh well, we'll see how it gets there. Like I'm saying, do you in yourself now see yourself as how
You
we
comfortable
see
in your skin?
Or do you?
I'm comfortable. I'm comfortable. Like I now, you know, I mean, even before, you know,
You always believed in
I
yourself.
had to realize like, all right, if this is what people are thinking of me, then all right, I gotta live up to this shit. Like I gotta put out dope music. I gotta hold, you know, presence on the stage and all of that. But even from now, I still got work to do. There's still more work to get done.
But this weekend, he shook some shit up. Like I got to go mix with a couple people since I've been back. I went like last night I went and mixed at the Shack and some of the guys I was with. But even just the overall buzz, just you know, in the balances, things being talked about and things being said, bro. It was exciting before we did the concert. But the stage I feel like Richie's at now is like, you guys ever had like the early stages of a gout attack? It doesn't hurt yet.
You can feel it creeping up.
It's coming,
It's coming.
but you're at the point now that like you feel the tingle, and now it's going to come. Now your gout
starting.
attack
You have
is
gout?
going to.
Yeah.
I haven't had it
So
for
if
a
I
few
could,
years.
if I could relate this Richie's,
I've never had
Richie's
gout.
success
It's real.
to a gout attack, this is just the tingle.
We ain't there yet.
He about to put everybody in full
throttle,
pain,
yeah.
full immobility soon.
You admit he's a fucking genius, dude.
So that's where we're at. We're
Who would ever put gout into
We're-
it?
I'm just saying
But it makes sense.
that's the anticipation that I feel now. Yeah, it's on its way. All the ibuprofen and fucking endomethacin ain't gonna stop
gonna do
Richie V
shit.
right now. All right.
Yeah.
There you go.
Hey, look, we had too much fun on
Hell of
this
a podcast.
Hello.
guys. Shout out to Culturally Rooted.
Hey, thank you.
Shout out to Culturally Rooted,
Look.
the most requested and watched podcast among people with sleep apnea, gout, and one gold tooth. Culturally Rooted, the
Get
most
some.
dangerous podcast on the airways.
Hey, but real talk, man. Like, we just knew we had to get you on, Rich, and just give you your flowers, bro, because not a lot of people is doing what you're doing, especially for our people, man. And to see you do what you've done, and you're still not even at the
Appreciate
tip.
it.
Only that, bro, but
Appreciate it.
We wanted to give you your flowers before everybody. Like Lala said, like he knew Richie V before Richie V became Richie V. You know what
Nah,
I'm saying?
man.
We want to get you on here and give you your flowers
Yeah.
before all these other people start.
Yeah.
Man,
No,
I used to listen to Richie V. I'm like, no, bro, you know what I mean? So,
I'm calling it right now. You're gonna have to have him back.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
No,
You
Definitely.
have to have him back.
appreciate it.
definitely, yeah.
Yeah.
And shout out to Lala for being here too,
Yeah,
man.
you ain't lying.
Yeah, for
Fucking
real.
fortune teller, bro. I predicted this shit.
Don't
Hey,
You know?
do not give him because if you guys go back to that podcast, even I listened to it and I was like, damn, this nigga like real life called it, like, bro, like
Were you scared? Be serious. Were you scared when he's like, oh shit, he's really putting me on? Like, he believed in me.
with the fest. Hell yeah, I was scared. What the hell?
So before,
I'm not. Yeah,
I'm acting on my belief, right? Hella people believe in this
100%.
dude, bro. It ain't just me. I was just,
Yeah.
you know, I was just one that I just happened in the time that he asked me. I was just like, run that shit. You know what I mean? But like a lot of people believe in him now, and then the people that were on the fence about it,
Now believe.
they made the
They
jump.
over the
They
fence.
seen
Yeah.
what happened out there this weekend. So
yeah.
All right, look, Richie V, on our podcast, Culturally Rooted, I always ask this to our guests, and it's what's one thing that you agree with or you believe in your culture that's okay, and what's one thing that you disagree with in your culture?
The one thing I agree with our culture is love your family.
Love's big enough.
Yeah, love hard. I mean, like that's a big thing. especially now, social media, with so much hatred going on, you know, between just family members, you know what I mean? That, and you see it, and it sucks, you know what I mean? So, as a culture, you know, we have to keep loving each other.
Amen.
That's family members, that's distant family members, and then even as people, like, keep loving each other to the fullest. That's, like, whether it's right or wrong, you know, like, bury that shit. Like, real talk, like, life's too short. I think the one conversation that Lala said at the tattoo shop, so he said, when I kept bugging him about money, I was like, hey, is it cool? Is it cool, you know, you pay this? And Lala's like, yeah, it's not like you can take it to heaven. I was like, oh, shit. I was like, oh. So, like, even that, I was just like, oh, I don't know if he's serious or I don't know. So, like, you know what I mean? Like, life's just too short for itself, you know what I mean? You know, to do.
That just dropped some jewel right there.
Goodness. Those conversations at the tattoo shop was very interesting.
What's one thing that you disagree with?
The one thing I disagree is limiting the youth. You know, stop trying to put, you know, stop actually not limiting the youth. How do you say it? What's good and what's bad, you know what I mean? Like telling them like, oh, that's wrong for you doing that. This, yeah. Okay. Like just bashing them on that kind of stuff, man. Like it, you know, it's bad enough of what's going on these days, you know what I mean? And it still happens, you know, to this day, you know, like I said with football and stuff, like it's okay if you don't make it to the NFL. You know what I mean? Don't be ashamed, you know, and don't bash on those young kids, you know, that aren't doing what you wanted them to do. You know what I mean?
We're our Polynesian people were able to do a lot of things, like besides music, besides tattoos. Right. You know what I mean? You're very gifted people, man, and if you know, once we figure that out, then the sky's the limit. You know what I mean? Okay. Like, look, we have Lala over here sponsoring the reggae, man. I'm pretty sure that's the last thing he thought he'd ever do in his life.
I don't know. I do a lot of random shit.
But look, let me ask you this.
With intention, though.
Look, when I seen Young LB, you had him drink a cup with you.
That's a real Tonian. I think people forget he a real Tonian.
That's what I'm trying to say, Lala, because he smoked. He's a smoker.
Yeah.
But your ass had him take a cup, and on the video, he was like, God damn it, Lala, you the only one that...
The part that I cut out of the video, he's like, yeah, give me a cup. And we handed him the cup, he's like, that's a little too much.
Look, this is Young LB we're talking about.
Shit, I drink.
No, but LB, that's
Ain't no regular dude. Like, this is Young LB.
Yeah, but whatever, I guess in one form or another, whatever LB did for me, he did a lot of shit for me he didn't have to do. He put me in places I didn't have to be. And so, like, I don't know, maybe that's how I passed the, you know what I mean? Just
shout out Young LB.
You know? Man. Pay it forward kind of a thing. He gave me something that, like, I think when good shit like that happens, maybe you get a big tip on a job, or maybe you get, like, some kind of love or something. All of that extra abundance of, like, blessings and shit, that wasn't for you. You supposed to pass that to somebody else. You know what I mean? Whether it's, like, you know, but that's not for you to take by yourself. Somebody blessed you, you supposed to keep it. You know what I mean? So you get something big, you supposed to give it away.
Let's go one more round. What's your favorite anime besides Demon Slayer?
Goodness. One Piece. I am caught
up. Hold on.
I am caught up all the way.
All the way?
Okay.
Then I gotta ask you this. Who's got the best devil fruit out of all of them?
Oh, goodness.
Go ahead.
Devil fruit, or like who's my favorite character?
Who's your favorite character?
My favorite character is probably Zoro.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't have a devil fruit power.
And he's raw, huh?
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of One Piece.
Oh,
yeah, bro, I'm on that. Yeah, this guy's ahead of me, but I started. So.
Yeah. Oh, you just started? Oh, bro, you got a long way to go, man. There's levels to it, man. Catch up, buddy. Catch up, brethren. Yeah.
I'm just trying to do the king of pirates.
Yeah. Enough of chiefing. Start watching more anime, buddy.
No, chief and then what? All right. Will you ever cut your dreads?
Ooh, great question.
Rasta. Rastaman. Rastaman
dude.
vibration.
Samson?
You know what? Oh my goodness. When my daughter turns 8.
Oh, we know what that means, though.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
It's just
You
that.
can still baptize with dreads.
No, you can't, but that's just
My daughter turns 8 next year. I'm leaving it.
Yeah, a lot. Yeah, that's
Lala, we're not asking you.
yeah. We're not asking you,
It's your
buddy.
own thing.
Nah,
I have a
that's-
lower standard of piece of shitting than other people, so
That's no, like real talk. Like even
Wait. How old is she right now?
She turns 4 in September.
Oh, so you got.
Yeah, I don't know if I end up liking it. Like
Maybe you won't,
Who
huh?
knows?
I'm 5'7". I don't need dreads going to the floor, bro. Like real talk. I'm gonna trip easily over that, man. I mean, I'm an athlete, but I don't need to be dealing with that.
Speaking about athlete,
Uh-oh.
we like to debate about this
Yeah, please.
on basketball. The
Oh
GOAT,
man,
Who's the greatest of all
the
time?
greatest of all time, Kobe, MJ, or LeBron.
man, I'm a Kobe fan.
My man.
You know why?
My
Who's the
man.
GOAT?
Who's the GOAT?
Kobe.
Kobe's the GOAT.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's
Yes, sir. Yes,
You're gonna
sir.
end like that, Richie?
Yup.
Why? Go
Kobe's
ahead.
the GOAT.
Next. Oh, no.
Wait, why?
Richie.
want me to-
That's it, Richie.
Hey.
Go ahead, Lala.
I'm giving you your flowers, buddy.
That's it. No, you don't have to entertain him.
No,
Don't entertain him. You're good, Richie.
thanks for tuning in to Culturally Rooted, everybody. Come back next week. Got another episode.
Nah, because Kobe gave the Kings a hard time back in. I'm a Kings fan, man. I'm from Sacramento, dog.
Bro.
And those were hard times, buddy.
And Kobe was
Yeah, those were hard, difficult
Wale
times,
Divac.
man. Mike Bibby,
My baby.
Bobby Jackson.
Who's the power
Doug
forward?
Chris Webber.
Chris
Weber.
Weber. Yeah. My favorite, Peja Stojakovic.
Remember I kept saying Strokovich?
Stroke your butt.
Stroke.
Stroke your crotch.
All right,
Stroke your
Yes.
crotch, bitch.
Last one loud.
What's I need you to put some shit like this is for accountability, but also just to speak it like speak into some existence. What's next for Richie? Like where Richie V going?
We have Lala on our shit every time.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, be careful with them.
Oh, we
Yeah,
know.
this-
we
this-
know.
Yeah.
That's why we love you.
Yeah, if there's anybody that speaks stuff into existence, it's that guy. Frick, man.
I believe in people more than they believe in themselves sometimes, man.
goodness, yeah.
That's
it's
a gift. That's a gift, my friend.
But what's next for Richie V? Where do you see Richie V going?
really nah. I mean, really, as the Majestic stuff, like with all of that, like I really want it to be a brand. Like musically wise, like whether I'm still doing music in the future or like clothing wise, you know what I mean? Like I'm like
Majestic Fest?
hey, Majestic Fest. And then I mean, yeah, like even like, you know, with like producing wise, you know, if I could work with the youth and all that, like even, you know, that goes like the whole Majestics thing is, you know,
Goes further than just a brand.
yeah, the further than just Richie V.
Oh shit.
Yeah, like yeah, that was just something, you know, I came up with that I knew that, you know, if anything can be more than just Richie V, it'll be the Majestics. If I can, you know, as far as I can go, as far as I can do, I want to push Majestics as far as he can go. Whether it's a clothing brand, a strain brand, music brand. Hey, you did a cover band. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's more that's just, you know, that's my mindset from the beginning with it.
Okay.
You know, so, you know, whether we can be, you know, really,
The name, huh?
yeah, like really for the future, hope to be on more festivals besides, you know, there's Cali Roots, Cali Vibes, Holo Holo Fest,
Get my guy on the
Reggae
come
Rise
on
Up.
now.
Nah, Reggae Rise, yeah, it's a whole, yeah, that's what
All right.
that's what I'm
Look,
speaking
we're
into.
gonna end with this. But I'm gonna ask, if you had 3 words to say to Lala right now, what would you say? Just 3.
Fucker, thank you.
Hey, Thanks for fucking with us. Until next time.
Appreciate y'all.
Hell yeah.
Good looking.
Richie V,
Thank you,
Lala,
guys.
Thank you guys, man.
You guys.
Thanks.